To news on the go right now then, Operation Dudula members are conducting raids on hijacked buildings in Rosettenville in Johannesburg. Operation Dudula says this operation aims to reclaim control over hijacked properties and address rising concerns around illegal occupation and crime in the area. Let's go to SABC News reporter Lopang Alamu, who is in Rosettenville and following that march. Lopang, good afternoon. Tell us where you are at the moment with that march and what activities are being undertaken by Operation Dudula in pursuit of their objective to fight against building hijackings.
Tulasizwe, a very good afternoon. We are still here in Rosettenville. You'd notice that the group is currently stationary, so they've not started with that particular operation at the moment, and it's not going as planned. We did know that they said they wanted to raid about 40 hijacked buildings, houses at this point, to be specific. But you'd notice as well a high police presence. Now, the police are here to stop this protest, as they call it, or operation, because Operation Dudula at this point did not go through the proper channels. So they need a court order that states that they can indeed evict people from their homes regardless of their immigration status. Now, that's where the police come in and saying they can't do that at this point. They need to go through the proper channels. They are unfortunately not law enforcement or agencies that deal with evictions. But we've heard some of the Operation Dudula members crying foul at what the police were saying to them, saying, but the police aren't doing anything. According to them, they've been reporting these hijacked buildings for years at this point. There's actually one of the grandmothers right now, somewhere here, we lost track of her, saying that she lost her home to a foreigner at this point. We'll try and get her to speak to us just so we can understand, as she claims she's a victim of this particular crisis. Hijacked buildings in Johannesburg particular are a growing concern. However, the correct channels need to be followed in order to have those who don't deserve to be in those homes evicted. Mama, thank you so much for your time. I'll try very quickly what happened and why ulana namhlanje.
Into eyenzekayo ndakhushwa nguPrince Ofia from Nigeria uclaima ukuthi indlu uyithengile. Shortly it was I'm a bond holder. Kwakuyimi nomyeni wami, my late husband, no Mr. Mlaba sasiyi-join bond. In 2010 umyeni wami uyawaphelelwa ngumsebenzi. I went to Standard Bank ndiyobachazela ukuthi umyeni wami uphelelwe umsebenzi, so imali ayisazungena the way bengena ngakhona because biba yi-debit order. Ngizobabhatala manual. In 2017 ngifike xa ndiyokuthumela umntwana ayobhatala, wafika kuthiwa indlu is fully paid. I went to Standard Bank ndiyobabuza uba what happened. Mangifika e-Standard Bank bathi no, bazomthumelela i-statement. I've got all documents. Sikhona ne-statement esithi someone paid my bond in our name. Mangibabuza ngubani lo bhadele la, bathi wena ubunikeze bani account. I can't ask you if I do know. Ndinibuza nje, it's because I don't know. Then yakwaba yilonto ke kwangaba ngama-court engilahlele ngaphandle 2019. I went to court, a magistrate court. A magistrate court ukanikwa i-court order ethi mandibuyele endlini up to i-Standard Bank la internal investigation bebethe bayayenza beze ne-findings. I've got someone in Standard Bank enandi-emailana naye uGrant Macruden wathi wenza internal investigation. Up to now ayizange aphuma ama-results, and I lost my husband wabethwa yi-stroke through this process. He's 6 feet underground now. I kakacaci, but that magistrate was a court 2 years for trespassing. Owayengavumi nokubona amaphepha wami. Mangithi ngimbonisa nalamaphepha la ezi statement akafuna ukuva, uye angichaye angiphoxe athi ngubani obethe mandiveze this evidence. Dithi kaloku you have to hear both sides of stories.
Well, there you have it, one of the alleged victims in this hijacked building crisis that's currently affecting people of Rosettenville. We're going to try and give you visuals of what's currently happening at this moment. You'd notice that there's quite a bit of a scuffle between Operation Dudula members and the South African Police Service. We are yet to speak to the police. There is no official spokesperson at the scene currently, but we have heard them saying that they don't have the right papers. So, Tulasizwe, let's just listen in on these visuals as we try to understand what is currently happening. We are yet to see, or hear rather, what they are saying to one another. I hope you can still hear us, but there is a bit of a scuffle currently, and we are hoping you can see those visuals.
Yes, we can.
It's getting a bit tense, Tulasizwe, as
we still can hear you, Lopang. Please proceed.
Operation Dudula members are trying to force their way out of this blockade by the South African Police Service and other law enforcement agencies. Let's just try and get some sound as to what's currently being said at the moment and what the conflict actually is at the moment. So let's listen to what's being said at the moment. Let's try and listen in. Well, there you have it, Tulas. You'd notice that they've now moved to the main road and are trying to blockade the area. The police were unable to maintain the blockade they'd created, so they're now blocking the roads. They've managed to pass by where the police had started, and you'll now see that they're blocking the roads. The police are now trying to control the situation. It seems a bit out of hand for them. We'll try and see if they're able to stop this from going any further, but they've just started blocking the roads. They've managed to bypass the blockade by the police vehicles that you've just seen. They've been here from 8 a.m. this morning, unfortunately not being able to start the process of raiding these particular houses, but they've now resorted to...
All right, I think we lost the audio to Lopang there. That's Lopang Alamu reporting for us live from Rosettenville. The situation does seem to be quite tense, so we will continue to watch the feed, the video feed that's coming through from Lopang, and bring you any updates as and when they do come through.